and queens, your majesties, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for always returning. Trust you and yours are well and you are loving yourself and others like always. Many thanks to all of you for the support you give to the channel. Thank you so much to our channel members, to our anonymous supporters, to all of you my esteemed subscribers. You are loved, celebrated and appreciated. So I'm taking your mind to South Africa again. 2 days ago we did something about South Africa where I was trying to point out some things that are significant and involve all of us as the African continent. Okay, because when one body is sick, when one part is not feeling okay, it affects all of us. And that is why we as a continent as a whole are sick, because we have parts of the motherland that are sick, and so it affects everybody whether we take it or leave it. Okay, the reason why I was deliberately dragging your mind to the existence of white communities in South Africa, not just a white community, an existing founded grounded white community, that these white people come out and tell you that no one can do anything, nobody can come to destroy that community. That community have come to stay, and if the African people want them to leave the community, that's Orania's. Yes, that's white only town we talk about it here. Orania, the white only town in South Africa, the place where black people are not allowed. This thing is not done anywhere. Let's be frank, your majesties. Even towns outside the continent, they call, okay, these are places where black people are dominant. That doesn't mean white people are prohibited. Like, white people have the right to go in and out because they feel like it is their country, it is their continent. Even though they give that particular region to black people, they just want to seclude them because they don't want to get involved. And that is racism. But in the part of the motherland, in our own situations right now, we are not the ones that decide to separate from these people. They decide in our own land, in Africa, they decide to separate themselves and went for that to prohibit Africans from living where they are. So they turned that place to white only town. And these people went out. There was a video I did about how these white people were like, with the audacity, they were saying what they were saying with authority, that no black people can enter here. The only black people that they have here are those that are workers, that are helpers. Indirectly telling you that you keep being slaves even in your homeland. I tried uploading that video, but YouTube prohibited me. It wasn't long ago, after I did the video of the white only town, I tried following it up with some of the things right before your faces. Sometimes when we say these things, some of you think that we are hating on other people. These things have been there. The fight against our existence as a melanin people have been in existence for a long time. Have the world done justice to us? No. This keep happening right before our faces, right under our noses. I want to take you to this. It wasn't long ago. Okay? Now, after the elections, some white South Africans, I don't know where they are, they keep hunting people up and down with comments telling them, oh, yes, we still have upper hand, you have nothing to do, we are here to stay. Okay, we are here to stay, you don't have any rights. And there is this other man who went viral sometime, okay? Who went viral sometime and was claiming that if the black South Africans want them to leave South Africa, they have to compensate them. Like, you came in, your ancestors came into a land that doesn't belong to them. When they came in, they saw people, they met people. Okay, this is exactly what they did to the indigenous Americans. Okay? They came in, they met original Americans, they unalived them, took the land and claimed that they are the owners of America and that they discovered America. This is exactly what they want to do to South Africans. And the painful thing is that a lot of South Africans are not seeing these things the way it is. They tell you we are okay with our white brothers and sisters. They prefer to live with the whites than to live with their fellow Africans. Mind you, I'm not saying that what other Africans are doing in South Africa that are wrong. I'm not saying I'm supporting those things. What I'm saying is that why can't we also look for a way to manage ourselves and live together the way we are managing the white people and living with them? These same white people that prohibit you from entering where they are, you manage with them, you still love them and open your teeth and shine it for them. Why can't we do that for our fellow brothers and sisters? No. will not do that too. It's Abigail now that have become a bad person. I want to take you through this. Then we'll analyze this statement, Your Majesties.
If anybody thinks in South Africa that you can take the land without compensation, you're living in a dream. Let me put it quite frankly to you. If you want to start a civil war in South Africa, do that. Do that. And I told you before, that don't misjudge.
This is a comment coming all the way from the grandchildren of the apartheid, the colonizers. And finally, we have taken over again. And South Africa belonged to the whites. South Africa belonged to us, the whites. If you go to my comment section, you will see our brothers, our black brothers from South Africa saying, we love our colonizers more than our African brothers. We love them, leave them for us. It's really sad. One day you will learn it harder. You will learn it harder.
Your Majesties, we have heard that. Like, that man was calling for, it was ready. Like, he and his people, the white South Africans, are ready to stand up and fight if the Africans request that they leave their land. They are ready to fight the land. If not, Africans should compensate. Come on. Now, but why are these things happening? They are happening because all the while, even the black men who were leading in South Africa are still puppets to the West. And this is what is pushing me to the second clip, which is recent that I'm bringing to you. Recent, like these people say these things to your faces and you can't do anything because why? Oh, they are like the owners of the word, so they can say whatever they want to say. Nobody sanctions them. But when the Melanita says something, they receive sanction left, right, center. Now let's analyze that statement that this man was talking about. He said, finally, we have taken over again. I want you to mark that word again. That is to say, all the while, they have been the one, and again, they have taken over. What is this thing telling you? Even all the black leaders that were ruling South Africa were working for the white people. And again, it has happened. Okay? To me, this is how it goes. Because if you could come out and say something like this, okay, and she went further to say it's a woman, that South Africa belonged to raise the whites. Oh my goodness. There's no need to even say South Africa now. Say the whole of Africa belongs to you. Because all of you now are flocking into the continent. All of you are running here, left, right, center into the continent. And you tell our brothers and sisters who are there to remain there. Okay? They give you opportunities. They give you reason why you should run away from Africa. A lot of us are happy whenever we are relocating out. Everywhere on the social media, there is relocation. A lot of Africans go to churches and give thanksgiving when they are leaving the motherland to America, to Europe. And people go to churches to kneel and hit their head and pray for the opportunity to leave. When people leave, Africans see them like, oh, you have the advantage. They have the advantage, so they leave. They lure you out with all that glitters, and you know all that glitters is not gold. They lure you out with some of these beautiful things, opportunities. You go out there, they still use you to develop their continent because they can never live without Africa, and that is for a fact. And then while you are there, they start giving you different priorities. You start prioritizing things you should not prioritize. They are always at the airports flocking the motherland. Now, have you ever sat down and asked yourself, why is it that these people are saying there are opportunities here and we are coming, and they are leaving and they are going to Africa? They are coming here to take what is for you. They are coming here to take your inheritance. So by the time you realize and put your acts together to return, when you come back, there will be nothing here for you. Why? Because the whites have taken everything that should be yours. While you are out there working your butts out, they are here taking out what should be yours. And if the motherland is unbearable, everybody is complaining, oh, there's inflation, there's everything, oh, this and that, the government is bad. Who are those that made the motherland into what the motherland is today? We don't ask questions. Who turned the motherland into the hellhole the motherland is today? We don't ask questions. We are only interested in the beautiful life that we are going to live for maybe about 10, 20 years. Because there'll be a time that when they are done sucking you out, they kick you back. Your Majesties, this is the reality before our faces. We shy away from it. We don't like talking about it. And those who talk about it, we look at them as evil people. There'll be a time that some of you will look for Abigail to say what she's saying right now that most of you don't like. That I just hope it won't be too late. Your Majesties, this is a fact we are faced with by day, that these white people would not allow us rest even in our motherland. They are everywhere trying to steal lands from people. There was one I saw, the audacity. Like he came out and said, when Africans are going to European countries, they call it relocation. And when they are coming to African countries, they call it colonization. Why is it like that? This guy, this descendant of enslavers, sat down opening his mouth to say these things. And why do you think he have the guts to voice out things like this? Because we gave them the authority to do so. Okay? We gave them the authority to do so. Their ancestors who went around the motherland, divided the continent, turned us into what we are not, with the help of ourselves and the wickedness that we do to ourselves. And that is what we are still seeing today happening. Where South Africans would prefer living with the whites than living with their brothers and sisters. I know some of you want to come and break this screen now and can swallow Abigail from this screen. There is no way a white man would prefer a black man to his own brother. It's only the Africans that do these things. Yes, you preach love. Why can't you love? Charity begins at home. You don't love your brothers and sisters that the Europeans created artificial borders to separate you from. You don't love them. You are loving other beings that are not like you. And these are the same beings that cunningly steal from you. Now, what are the traits of the descendants of Nephilim? We discussed that here. These people are cunning. And why are they cunning? Because they have that in them. They have that thing in them. The cunningness of a snake, they have that in them. The wickedness. You see them coming to you, they lure you, they make you feel like they are the best. They make you trust them. It's part of their traits. They are smart. They are wise. But it's the wicked one. Your Majesties. Anyway, I felt like showing this to you because with the recent happenings and the video we did about 2 days ago, some of you were like, oh, Abigail, you don't really understand the politics of South Africa. Yeah, I might not understand, but this one is glaring. What I'm talking about is something that a child of 10 years would understand. That this is Africa. This is Mama Africa. It's for us. It's not for other people. They can come and leave and go. But to settle and hold on to a particular region and say it is our own, we are never leaving. And even if we will leave, the blacks will have to compensate us. I'm sorry I'm using that word. The melanated will have to compensate. You are living in my land. You came and stole it. Your ancestors stole it from me. You killed my people and settled. Now I want you to leave. Instead of you to think of how you compensate me for the havoc, the damage you did to my ancestors, you want me to compensate you for telling you to leave. Oh, goodness gracious me. It's only in Africa that things like this can happen. Leave your thoughts and opinion there at the section and I will see you in my next one. Until then, love yourself, love others. Stay safe, stay positive. Always, Your Majesties. Bye for now.